So, what are those potatoes going into?
Homemade French fries smothered with chili and cheese?
Consider yourself forgiven for anything at all. Drake makes the best homemade French fries ever. I turned back toward the living room. I think I finished the last of the shopping. I'm going to put all this stuff in the guest room. That way I'll be forced to finish wrapping it before your mom gets here. I mentally ticked off other things on my to-do list as I carried my bags into the newly remodeled section of the house, hoping I could fit it all into the following week. The baking for the annual neighborhood cookie swap could wait, as would the final touches on the luminarias for the yard decoration. We lived in the old Albuquerque Country Club neighborhood, and a big tradition in the city is that our neighborhood is decorated to the max, so everyone else in town can drive through and stare at us. My parents did it when I was a kid, and apparently the tradition goes back at least a generation beyond theirs. My neighbor to the south, Elsa Higgins, is like a surrogate grandmother to me, and she's decorated her yard annually for the 50-some years she's lived in that house. The tour thing has grown over the years. It used to be that folks just climbed into their cars and drove around. Now there are city bus tours, sold out weeks in advance, and the police place barricades so the tour can only follow certain streets, ours being one of them.
Hun, telephone.
Drake handed the portable over to me. I hadn't even heard it ring. He shrugged to indicate that he didn't know who it was.
Hello, Charlie. This is Judy. Judy Garfield next door?
Our newest neighbors, a couple of mild-mannered Midwesterners, had moved into the house north of ours 2 months earlier. The adjustment from life in one of the better suburbs of Chicago to the southwest was coming as a bit of a culture shock to them.
I just heard about the decoration requirements. I don't know what some of this stuff is,
she said. It's probably only in the Southwest that a brown paper lunch sack, some sand, and a votive candle can be considered beautiful, but that's how we do it. I explained to her that they could either make their own or buy them ready-made and delivered from the Boy Scouts or other groups that sell them.
Well,
she hesitated.
Wilbur is really getting into the holidays this year, with everything being so different and all. Could you show us how to make them?
I added one more thing to my to-do list.
Sure. I think Drake wants to make ours too. We can have a lesson on it in the next few days.
We hung up after setting a time to work on luminarias the next afternoon. I closed the door to the guest room, leaving the pile of shopping bags in the middle of the bed, out of sight. I changed from the wool slacks and fluffy sweater I'd worn shopping into jeans and a sweatshirt before rejoining Drake in the kitchen. Rusty was supervising the dinner preparations, making sure any tidbits that fell to the floor were swiftly dispatched.
Boy, those fries smell good,
I told my husband, wrapping my arms around his middle and resting my face against his back.
Are they almost ready?
5 more minutes. I poured you some wine.
He indicated a glass standing on the counter. I sat at the kitchen table and took a sip while he stirred the green chili sauce simmering in a pan on the burner. I watched him pull the basket of fries out of the deep fryer and prop them onto the side to drain. He set 2 dinner plates on the counter and reached for a bag of grated cheddar. Rusty whimpered, but I managed not to.
Forgot to tell you, Elsa called while you were out shopping.
Busy day with the telephone, huh?
Wish they were business calls instead.
He divided the fried potatoes between the 2 plates, then shook the shredded cheese over them. It began to melt instantly against their heat. He ladled a good-sized dose of green chili sauce over the top of the heap, making a small mountain in the middle of each plate. I pulled flatware and napkins from a drawer and met him back at the table. Wow, am I ever hungry. Braving the mall during the Christmas season is tough work.
Hey, the least I could do is have dinner ready,
he said. Shopping is not Drake's strong suit. I should probably get a little something extra for your mom now that she'll be here.
I hope that was all right, my asking her without checking first.
Just don't ever do it again, I teased, poking at him with a cheese-coated French fry. As punishment, you have to help with everything that needs to be done before Christmas. I told him about Judy's call and the planned sacks and sand operation for the next day.
I'll go get the supplies and some spare light bulbs. Everything looked okay.